Hey guys, welcome to DeLuSioNaL's Arcade. So we are here at Zapcon 5. This is actually an inside look. It's the night prior, we have everything lit up. Typically when you go to Zapcon, it's actually all dark and feels like a real arcade. So the reason it's like this is because everybody's kind of setting up. They're making last minute tweaks to their machines. In case anything's wrong, they can kind of just not worry about being in the dark. And they're working on stuff. So there you have it. We're going to do a quick little walkthrough. And as you can see over here, we'll get a close-up a little later. But there it is. That is Donkey Kong Jr. Remix. It's a custom cabinet that Jason Birch brought over. And it seems to be working fine. And we're going to have some tournaments all weekend on it, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm going to try to continue with this live coverage, that way you guys get kind of an inside look on how everything is. So I'll save that one for last, that way we can get more people on here. Let's go ahead and go downstairs. I'm going to keep the broadcast going here. This is actually the area where the public's not really allowed to go up, but again, we have permission to do it. Let me go ahead and turn on the light here. There you go. So let's go ahead. All right. Oh, it looks like Killer Queen is here. That's awesome. So Killer Queen right now, this is actually a custom cabinet that's made, custom software, and basically it's a team game where you can each, like, you know, there's up to 4 players per team. And it's really fun. You end up having screaming matches with your own team because there's a queen and then there's drones. You can become soldiers and stuff. Very similar to Joust, actually. And it's really a lot of fun. We have to get the snail kind of like into a soccer net. So it's really cool, a lot of fun. It was a huge, huge hit last year, and I've seen it also at other places. So it's really cool. We're going to definitely play that with the guys. So let me go ahead over here. So we have other games, tons of stuff everywhere. A lot of pinball games. Wow, check this out, X-Men. This wasn't here this morning. So people are still moving in, and there's still more to come. I'm sure there's going to be more loading up of stuff in the morning before the show. This is the custom cabinets that we saw before. The VP cabs, they're kind of weird, where they have a DMD on top, on that monitor, and then it also has you can play pinball. Plus, I guess it's a 16-1 or some sort of multicade. I think it's a cool idea. I'm not crazy about the multicade thing, but definitely it'd be awesome to have different virtual pinballs on there. I think it's cool. So the vendors are all starting to get here as well. There's some that are still empty, waiting for people. This is Harriman's Customs. We're going to be running an episode on here that I made for him, so that you know, it shows the bar top. We actually have this one here. That's a Pretendo cab, and I created this marquee, believe it or not. I basically made it a little wider. Before it used to be a little stretched, but he's offering that to the public now, so it's now correct. So that's coming soon. That's going to be a new episode I'm going to be uploading probably when I get back. I already edited the whole thing. It's all done, and we're going to be running it here on the show on loop. So you're going to see me on that monitor. So there's more games over here. Now we're going this way. We have a ton of them. And right now it's great because it's not crowded at all. You can see it. And here's the Donkey Kong remix that we saw last year. That's the one that Jason Birch, that's how I met Jason, actually. I kind of asked him about it. And he created that cabinet, and he brought the other one this year. So we'll get into that at the end of this live feed here. So a lot of good pinballs here. We have Pinball Party, it looks like. Guns N' Roses. You have Wizard of Oz. That's a really rare cabinet and rare pinball. I actually saw it at an auction one time, and it was going for way too much money, and nobody bought it. But I'm going to play that tonight, get my plays in now, because I'm sure there's going to be a line for that one. Let's keep get going over here. We'll actually go on this side to stay back in that row. So they have, looks like a Nibbler Rockola game. It's pretty cool. I wonder if it's running, I'll find out. I'm gonna find out who brought this. But I know Crafty Mech made a FPGA board for Nibbler to replace the circuit board. Kind of similar to what J-Rock does, where it's not emulation. It's actually, the FPGA actually simulates everything on the board that the real deal did. Championship Sprint. We have Afterburner, Armor Attack, Burger Time, Virtual Tennis. I don't really see much of these. That's in a Dynamo cab. RoboCop, I actually used to own, but this isn't the original. The original had like a curved marquee up here. Bad Dudes had it too. Data East. So there's Aliens, this nice Fix-It Felix cab. Fix-It Felix from the movie. I think they're making a second one, I think. Wreck-It Ralph, I think. Wreck-It Ralph 2, that's what I heard, that they're working on production for that. But it's still cool to have fan-made cabs. It's nice. You got Pengo, and of course Zookeeper, one of my grails. I will own this cab one day. I was actually toying on doing a cabaret version of it because there was never a cabaret. But it's a Taito game. It's in a Taito cab. And yeah, I love this game. So here we go. Dig Dug, Centipede, Elevator Action. I think these are John's actually. Yeah, because I see the Easy Coin up on top. That's his label, and we were messing with this before. Bump and Jump, Tournament Arkanoid, which I have at home. Let's see. Tunicom, Junior Pac-Man. That game is hard. Make Tracks, that's pretty cool. I think Tim, over that Tim guy on his channel, he actually has a Make Tracks in a miniature, I guess a smaller cab. I'm not sure if it's a cabaret. But it fit in his Impreza, I think he has, a smaller car, and it fit. So here's Kicks. I think this Kicks, yeah, Brian brought this. I think this is running the Zook board. Very curious. Fitz, I see the comments here asking him to remix Zookeeper. I think he may do Popeye before he does that. But from what I hear, he's doing research and development on the Double Donkey Kong. That's the last I heard. I guess because he's kind of familiar with it. But Popeye would be great. So let's see. I'm going to see if... I'm not sure if this is set. Try... Yeah, so this is a Zook board that we looked at last year. Now I'm going to turn down the monitor here. And this has Kicks, Kicks 2, Cram, Zookeeper, and I believe in Setup. Here, let's go to Setup and see. Game Enable. And yeah, Zookeeper right now is off. I don't think he has the ROM loaded because Zookeeper was a horizontal game and this is a vertical cabinet. But it will work. The way I believe J-Rock wrote it so that you know, we'll do that. And J-Rock's going to be here on Sunday, by the way. I'm going to see if I can meet him, say hi. So let me go ahead and exit Setup. But this is an awesome, awesome board because Zookeeper, as you know, let's see, did I just go to Kicks? Yeah, Zookeeper, as you know, just had a lot of problems with the RAM. It's a very troublesome game to keep maintained unless you swap out the RAM and stuff. But yeah, you can just get the J-Rock board. Gyrus, Marble Madness. Yep, Atari Cab. Sinistar, this is Jason Birch's as well. We're going to do probably an episode on this because he said he has a really good backstory. I'm not going to spoil it, but you know, on how he acquired it and stuff. But it's in really, really nice shape. And so that's a Sinistar Cab. I started getting into it. It's really cool because it's a unique joystick. It's a 49-way, so it's not the typical 8-way joystick. So it's really hard to play in MAME. It's really hard to control, but here, it's amazing. All right. Oh, I missed this too. Let me go over here real quick. So this is Star Trek. It's kind of rare to see a sit-down. I think this is from Starfighter's Arcade, actually. We were there earlier today. I tried broadcasting live, and the signal was horrible, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, so this is Starfighter's arcade area. So if Joe Zabo, or Joe Sable, I'm sorry I said his name wrong, is watching, this is Sky Cursor. He worked on the artwork for that. It's a custom shoot 'em up cab. It's a horizontal shoot 'em up. Unfortunately, right now the PCB is not working, so he just put in a generic Pandora's box just to get it to work. Okay, sorry. And then here's Monster Bash. Pretty cool. Thanks. Spider-Man. Everybody's still setting things up. You can see they just brought him over. I'll probably set him up in the morning. Aerosmith. Check that out. So you got The Walking Dead. We have Ghostbusters. This is not the premium. They do have the premium here, by the way. I've never played this before, so I'm going to check it out. The premium has a little bit of difference where this is like pink. You have like, right over here, there's like slime from the Slimer. It's a little different. It looks like he put the, oh no, he didn't. I thought he did. It was a reflection, but he didn't put the sides on like at John's Arcade. I think he has the side ones on his. But I gotta try that. I've never tried that. I'm not a pin guy, but I'm starting to get into it. I did an episode on Popeye last week that I still have to upload, and they do have a Popeye here, so. All right, let's hit up some more. So you have Chicago Triple Play. This is an older machine. America's Most Haunted. Here's the Ghostbusters Premium. You can see how it has the pink over here instead of the other one. And also the Slimer right here. You can see it has like that little, green plastic piece there. And there's some other differences. I'm not really sure. I'm not familiar with this game. But I will be playing it just to check it out. Pirates of the Caribbean. This is going to be in the tournament. We're having tournaments left and right here this year. Iron Man, Shadow, World Cup. Here's the Popeye that I played and I did an episode on with Bluto in the center. It's actually really fun. It has a 6 multi-ball, believe it or not. 6. It's really fun to play, and the music is awesome. I don't know if the music's turned up on this one. Actually, let's check it out real quick. Let's just hear it. Yeah, it's turned down. Yeah, that's the best part when you hear Popeye. So Last Action Hero, my buddy Lance has this one from Retro World, RetroWare TV. And he has this, and I believe he has T2 as well, they have here. They're both fun games. Hard Body. That's so 80s right there. Hyperball, I played this at Retro World Expo back in October. And it was okay. It's really hard to master. There's like letters everywhere. Once you get it, though, it's kind of fun. But the novelty for me, it wears off very quickly. Walking Dead. Haunted House. Looks like they have a couple of them. That's cool. Black Hole. I need to play this. People are telling me about it. It actually has a play field that's underneath. That's actually glass that you see on top. So it rolls on the glass, but then it goes underneath, and you play backwards. So if you look really closely there, you can see flippers that are inside. See them? You kind of see them right there, but there's flippers inside, and you play backwards. That is just crazy. Tales of Cthulhu, Centaurs. Looks like a weird. Doesn't have a typical DMD on there. Doctor Who, Indiana Jones, Addams Family. It looks like they're doing some work on it. Same thing with Dracula. So then Gorgar. This is actually a really popular one. I had an opportunity to get that a long time ago and I skipped on it and I regret it. That was when I was heavily into MAME. I didn't know any better. Hey, say hi, you're live. Live on YouTube. He's the guy from BYOAC. It's our forums. And I think we saw all these ones. So let's go ahead and move over. So you have some other vids, Gauntlet, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Stunt Cycle. They were telling me, I think they have a tournament on this. It's a fun game. Operation Wolf, I used to own one of these way back when I had it in my garage for a while and it worked perfectly. Bought it for dirt cheap and sold it for more. Let's see, Motor Race, that one's down. Metal Slug 4. It's cool. Ice Cold Beer, it's good to see one here. It's really, really good to see one here. Q-Bird, of course. I think there's a couple of them. Actually, it's really funny. This looks like, yeah, it's micro switch. This looks like a Pac-Man reunion joystick that they kind of made sideways and just riveted the holes in there. That's really clever that they did that. And of course, the Popeye. John Kowalski, if you're watching, you know what's next, man. We want this game. 720, that's a cool game. I'm not a fan. I'm pretty horrible at it. Ground Shaker, Rolling Stones. This is Bride of Pinbot. The Machine, which is, I guess, the sequel, I'm assuming. Not really familiar with the history of Pinbot. Hook. Evel Knievel. This one looks cool. That looks really nice. Most of them have LED kits in them, too. Some of them don't. I don't think this one does. And then, I think... Is this? Oh, yeah, it is. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I think Josh at Canadian Arcade had this. I think it was one of his first pinballs. Let's go ahead and look at more. So over there, we're actually going to do, I'm going to try to do an episode with Lee over here. Lee's the owner, and this is his awesome virtual lawn. They're linked together. The one on the left is Japanese, the one on the right is the US, or the English version. It was actually in Japan, but he said there were a lot of English-speaking people there, so they made a US or English version to make it easier, and it's really, he knows everything about the history of the game. And they're going to broadcast live tomorrow at 6 p.m. And it actually shows like their face while they're playing, and it's really, really cool. So let me go ahead and continue over here. So let's see, this one is actually on. It's the Versus Duel. We have Excite Bike and Castlevania. This one here, this is Paul's machine. It's a unit system that he built. He actually made a custom bezel for the Versus, which is kind of neat. He just put his favorite games that he likes on there. And then he also made a custom bezel with a how to play on the right. It's really covered by the Zapcon thingy. So Zapcon the game, he actually made this as well. It's a custom thing where he programmed it with a bunch of guys on BYOAC. And it has a few games on there. It's really fun to play. This is his Maycross cab. It's really awesome. Fun to play. Really, really fun shooter. This one almost didn't make it here. He said they had some sound issues, but he fixed it. So he lucked out on that, which is great. This is Video Pinball. This is one of the most unique games you can see. It actually has, you see it's kind of down there, and it has like this thing that kind of is transparent that you see the scores through. And has the flippers on the sides. Has an actual plunger on there with the cone buttons as a start button. And then this here actually moves, so you can nudge it. So you press it down and you actually nudge the ball. Video Pinball. It's one of his pride and joy pieces that he has. And we're going to do a tour of his arcade, by the way, once we're done. Probably once you move everything back, we're going to head to his house in Casa de Yotsuya Arcade. And this is his hold position. It's actually working really nice. And this is called Demolish Fist. It's a Sammy game. Sammy does another game. I don't remember the name of the game, but it's like a dolphin-based game, similar to Metal Slug. It's not really emulated too well, the Sammy system, so it's really cool to see a unique cabinet. That's John's game there, and so is Zor. Zor is like a really, from what he tells me, a really, really crappy shoot 'em up, but it's like kind of rare. And it's cool to see. And it has some funky side art there. Robotron is John's as well. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of a beat up cab, but it's still, he's still in the process of restoring it. So, you know, but the CP and the joysticks, I mean, they're brand new. They're really nice Wycos. Bubbles, I believe this is Brian's. And he does have the original boards in there. I don't think they're running them right now for the show because it gets very temperamental, and he needed it to be really reliable. So I believe that's a J-Rock. Yeah, it's a J-Rock Multi-Williams that he set for bubbles, just for reliability's sake. But it is arcade accurate, so but he does have the boards in there, and they just he didn't want to chance it that they would flake out and then you'd have to repair it, because he brought a whole bunch of games. Revenge from Mars, I believe I played this at John's Arcade in John's house. I went to a BBQ, I believe it was might have been 3 years ago now, probably 2 years. It was like 2 summers ago, and it was a lot of fun. So Silver Ball, it's another one. Let's see what else. Did we get everything? Oh, there's more over here. Man, it's like never ending. So this one's called Upper Deck. It's an older game, but it's really cool how depending what you do, the guys on the top, move. So if you hit a home run, the guys will run. Really, really cool. That's fun. My son would love that game. So we have a lot of older pins here. Still really cool to see. This one's called Arena. It's pretty nice. Big Game. I never heard of this one. It's called, it's by Bally, On Beam. I'm assuming it's really rare, all of these. But they're in really nice shape. Even the side, you can tell he touched it up and stuff, but it's still really cool. Solar Fire. Shinobi and a Z-Back. Here's a shout out to Nando, my buddy Nando, who had the candy cabs and did some live videos at his house. He loves Shinobi. It's one of his favorite games. APB. I love that the marquee would do that. It's so cool. Star Wars looks like it's working fine. This one's in really nice shape as well. Another Cuber. This one has the original joystick in there though. And you have Asteroids. Paul has one of those at his house. I'm not sure. I don't think that's his. I think he left it there. But we'll play it when we get to his house. Galaga, of course, versus Excite Bike, and Rampart. So we're going to do a last credit on this probably tomorrow or on Sunday. Probably Sunday when it slows down a little bit. Okay, so Gauntlet 2. It's cool. I'm not sure if that was a reproduction or if that's an actual, how it was supposed to be. I mean, not a reproduction, but an aftermarket one for the control panel. Let me know in the comments what you think, if that's real or not. I'm not really sure. It looks legit, because that's matching it down there too. It doesn't have the side art or anything though. So Dungeons and Dragons. So right now they're playing Virtual On. That game is really, really, really fun. Like you said. So they're going to have a tournament on that. They're broadcasting live. So let me go ahead and see if I can go. Yeah, I don't know if I got Ground Shaker or Rolling Stone. Oh yeah, I did. I remember this. So let's go over here now. So Black Knight 2000. Gottlieb game Operation Thunder. NASCAR by Stern. Here's another Gorgar. This one does not have the LED kit. The other one did. So that's how it looks. I think the LED kit makes this game pop. Like, it looks so much better, in my opinion. But, people want to be purists, so it's fine. Space Station. Space Odyssey is this one here. Then you got another Asteroids. You got a Kangaroo. And Karate Champ, I think they're still, are they working on it? Oh no, it's working fine. I actually have a Karate Champ. I used to own one. And I pulled the board on it and ended up selling the cabinet. It wasn't the original cab, it was a conversion. So I sold the cab and then kept the original board, so I have the original for that. Here's another Road Blasters. Star Wars Trilogy Arcade. It's always a fun game to play. And of course Simpsons. They always put these on the corners because it usually draws a crowd. People play. And all of these games, by the way, they're all set to free play. Including this one, unfortunately. I mean, Gauntlet, it really takes away the appeal when you have it on unlimited play. The whole appeal is to survive as long as you can on one quarter. So, Turtles, again, really big crowds, so they put it on the corners. That way a lot of people can crowd around it. We already saw these over here. Let's see. All right, let's look at some cocktails. So this is a rare Joust cocktail. It's pretty cool. This is Warlords, another rare one. I think Jay Leone, he has one. What else? We have a Galaga. This one off the wall. That's cool. Ms. Pac-Man. We got a Popeye. Want to make a special appearance? You're good? All right. And, all right, this is Century. This is Track and Field. That's cool. It's a cocktail. We got Super Pac-Man. This is Paul's. As you guys know, I have a Super Pac-Man machine I'm still in the process of restoring. Time is my worst enemy because I never have time for stuff. So this is Bubble Checks. Oh wow, Crystal Castle is one of my favorite games. I actually know a guy who's selling one of these, and I'm tempted to buy it, but it's the same price. I think it's more expensive actually than the Upright. And it takes a lot of real estate, to be honest, and I really like the Upright, how it looks. This is cool, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather have an Upright if I'm going to spend that much money. So, let's see what else. Okay. Pinball Pool, Countdown, Sword of Fury, Cyclone, Johnny Mnemonic, South Park, it's a fun game. Ripley's Believe It or Not, and it looks like they have, I'm not sure if this is working or not, but that's really cool. It's by Williams, it's called Ambush. This one's Slapshot, pretty cool game. Here's another one by Williams called Phantom. This is another one, Chicago Coins made one called Twin Rifle Gallery. And of course a modern one, or a more modern one, House of the Dead. And then Star Trek Voyager, the arcade game. I had no idea this existed, but it looks like it's a gun game. So, you know, just because they're off doesn't necessarily mean they're down. They may just be turned off, because not everything's on at this point. And what is this? Wow, this is pretty cool. Looks like it was, look, it's Sean Birch. It's Jason's brother. So Jason is a guy who's bringing the Donkey Kong remix and Donkey Kong Jr. remix. And his brother, Sean, I guess brought this game. Almost looks like a low boy. But it has In the Hunt on there. That is a really, really, really fun game. I love that game. Commando, another one of my favorites. I remember playing this actually on the Commodore 64 first, and then I got into the arcade version. And then we saw, did we see these already? I'm not sure, but Aliens with the guns. Space Gun, another shoot 'em game with guns. Blasteroids, this is like the, instead of being vector like asteroids, this is really a raster version of that. And it has like spinners on them, so you're actually spinning around. This one, I can't tell what it is. Oh, there it is. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Star Trek The Next Generation, that's always a popular pin. Indiana Jones, I think we saw one already. Here's Terminator 2 I was telling you about that my buddy Lance had. His DMD, he actually got a red one because there's a company that does them in color and different either single color or multicolor, and he got his in red to kind of match the theme, and he LED'd it up, so his looks really, really, really nice. And you can catch his channel. He's on RetrowareTV.com. That's his baby there. Him and John D and Ito. So here's the Twilight Zone. Then we got Fishtails. That's cool. That's a cool topper. So it's cool. They have like a little fishing rod to kind of launch the ball. Party Zone is another one. World Cup. This is an older one. And let me actually go to the tournament section. Oh, check this out. Wizard of War Cabaret. Wow. By the way, I missed Tapper. Tapper's over there. I just passed right over it. Right next to another stunt cycle. So next to Karate Champ there. So Wizard of War Cabaret. This is pretty cool. Wizard of War was actually my first, I got a conversion cab that had the Wizard of War marquee on it, and I ended up selling the marquee for like, I think it was 15 bucks. I bought the cabinet for 25. It had the marquee. I sold that for 15 on eBay, and I ended up paying $10 for my main cabinet. That's the Ultra Arcade that you see in my my basement now. This one's cool. This is Macross. It's a nice looking cabaret. Here's another Turbo Outrun cabaret. It actually looks just like the Thunderblade. I had a Thunderblade. It was about that size. So that's really cool that that's on there. Battlezone cabaret looks really neat. This looks like some sort of Japanese game. I can't read Japanese, so it's Rhythm Heaven, it's called. I'm reading on the sticker there for someone who brought it. So it looks like kids love it. I guess it's like Dance Dance Revolution, except they're making the guys stuff fall off with the beat. I'm telling you, Japanese games were so bizarre. They came up with little crazy stuff for entertainment. So here's a candy cab. Net City, it looks like. Yep, Net City. So if you guys missed it, I have an episode where I went live at my buddy Nando's place. Where we went, he has 5 candy cabs, actually 6 candy cabs, because he has the other one as well, the Igo. Disc of Tron, this is the environmental version. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna take you inside. See, everything's working perfectly. This thing looks mint. Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the top as well. Let me turn on the light a little bit, so you guys can see a little better. There you go. So check that out. Look how mint this thing is. And then, you know, you have even the, looks like they reupholstered everything as well. Yeah, this thing is really, really nice condition. Here's the back bit. It's really cool. Wow. I'm not a fan of the game, but I really like the cabinet. So here's another cabaret, Solar Fox. We got another third Cuber cabaret. I believe this is Paul's, is it? Yeah, it is. I helped move this yesterday. So this one he built from scratch. It's actually based on the Tully cabinet design. Tully was a user. He's no longer there from BYOAC, but he created the plans for that. And it's surprisingly light. And you know, at the angle, I'm 6'2", and like this angle of this this monitor is really fun and easy. So Arkanoid looks like it's not working right now, but that's a cabaret version. We have Revenge of Doe, which is Arkanoid 2. And we have Asteroids Deluxe. Centipede. And Sega Hang-On. Krull. This is the cabaret Krull. This is actually Phil. Phil is actually rooming with me this weekend for a couple days. He needed a place to stay, and we're splitting the room. So he's a really cool dude. Met him last year. I sold him a couple 49 ways. He's a really, really awesome guy. So this is a custom cabinet that he built. There's never been a Krull cabaret ever. So Krull is a really underrated game. Some people hate it. I love this game. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do any live playing, because I can. So we saw these already over here. Let's go over here real quick before we hit up Donkey Kong Jr. Remix, which I'm sure you guys are waiting for. We're going to go in depth on that tomorrow. So here's Future Spa. This is going to be a tournament game. Sky King is going to be another one. I like that they do classics as well as new games. Space Shuttle. And Stars by Stern. Let's go on this side. We have Jackbot, a Pinbot Adventure. So I guess it's another Pinbot sequel. Corvette looks like it's down now or just turned off. Game of Thrones. It's awesome. Yeah, this is really good. Depending where you shoot it, you have to know all the family names and stuff, and the Lannisters and all that stuff. I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. I love that show. So So this one here, this is a Ghostbusters. It's not the premium that we saw over there, but it still is going to be in the tournament, so I think they're working on it now to tweak it. Aerosmith is going to be in the tournament, so this is the second one you see here. Taxi. This game, Taxi, it's so funny that it's in the tournament. Nando, the guy that we went to Candy Cabs, he had Popeye and he had Taxi. And it's really fun. I believe it was his first or second machine, I'm not sure, but it's really cool. You'll see it in that video, that's coming soon. And of course, Shrek. Alright, so we're going to go over here, we're going to see Zybots. Currently these are turned off. I'm sure they're working. I'm sure they're just unplugged or not plugged in yet or moved. Battle Zone. It's cool. Alright, here's the Donkey Kong. They're having a tournament on this, so Donkey Kong. They're all here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Then it looks like we have a double Donkey Kong, which has Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. That's cool. And of course, we have the custom Donkey Kong Jr. Remix. This is the cabinet that Jason brought over, that I collaborated with him, with John Kowalski, the creator of the mod, and Wes, who's standing right here. Wes is one of the organizers of Zapcon. So I'm going to show you the side art. Some people were asking me. This is all custom. Donkey Kong Jr. Remix. And let me see if I can throw some light. I don't know if it'll make it better or worse. But there we go.
We are done.
So Donkey Kong Jr. Remix, created a custom.
If you're good, we'll get you a toy tomorrow, but not today. Not tonight.
Let me just squeeze in here.
It's
It's the same side art on that side, and here's the marquee. I remember you last year.
Yeah.
You saw the remix, right?
Yeah.
Good, good.
How you doing, man?
Good, good. So that's the thing. People are so friendly here.
So you can sell me this one. You guys can give me this one too.
This one here?
Yeah.
He makes custom ones.
No, I think you want like $2 grand
for this? Yeah. Yeah, this is serial number 1 though. So it's super rare.
That's what he told me.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
So this is it, guys. Everybody's going crazy over this game.
These are the trucks.
And tomorrow, I'm sure there's going to be a huge line. Good.
Is there a way to turn off the continue option?
Wow.
Oh, man.
The monitor's huge.
No. It looks a little blurry on the 2 umps and corners.
I
Yeah.
can bring the manual.
Alright.
So yeah, we'll be playing that. I might even do a live gameplay like in a few minutes. I might do that actually.
So he told us that. So he's the one that got that.
Cool. Oh wow, some people are starting to play a little bit, which is great. Alright guys, so I think that's it. I think I went through most of the machines. There's going to be more vendors. It's going to be dark tomorrow where it feels like a real arcade, so I have my light, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. So I'm going to actually probably head back to the hotel, get some rest, because I'm going to get up super early. And we can kind of go through that game in depth. And then I'm going to release that video probably in a couple of weeks. I don't think I'll release it right away, but I will have a live video on that. So we can kind of do a... I have the capability now to do live and also to record to a separate device, so I can have both all at one shot. So we can take one take and do it. So that's it. This is Zapcon in Mesa, Arizona. I really encourage you guys to go out here. You guys should come out. It's really a great, amazing time, and everything is set for free play. So you just pay admission at the door. I'm not sure what it is, but it's really cheap. I don't know if it's like $40 for like 2 days, unlimited play. Oh, you know what? I just realized I missed the whole section. Hang on. As I'm walking out, I just remember seeing it. Let me go over here and check it out. Rachel, wave. Rachel's the other organizer, so there's Wes and then there's Rachel. Those are the two that put everything together. I'm trying to find the lounge. Maybe they closed the door on it. Oh, you know what I didn't see? Yeah, this place is humongous. Let me ask Rachel. Hey, Rachel, do you know where the lounge is for like consoles and stuff?
Yeah, if you go into the lobby.
Oh, it's through the lobby. That's where I saw it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, so I'm gonna go over here. I knew I saw it before. Ah, here we go. So this is the console area where they're gonna have refreshments. This is pretty neat. And again, this is all behind the scenes. Like no one else is allowed in here except for contributors. So these actually work. So you can play Nintendo. You can do up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start for Contra if you can do it quick enough. You probably need 2 people to do it. But yeah, I think that's badass that they did that. So those work with regular Nintendos. So this is some other stuff. It looks like some special version. You have a fan in there. I'm guessing it's running a Pi. Or some sort of custom computer in there. They have a couch for whoever wants to play Sega Master System, Genesis. You have Nintendo over here. And this is cool. I mean, that light is there, that little electric light. That looks like a pulsar. I forgot what they call those, but they're going to have the lights off in here. And then they have track lighting, so all you're going to see is like darkness and fun. So these are all Nintendo consoles. That's Super Nintendo there. They have tons of tables if you want to sit and eat, chill out. Tons of bean bags, which I thought was really fun and clever. And this is the Atari section where you can play Atari games. All of these here. I think that's pretty cool. They have lava lamps too. I think that's a good little touch. So yeah, these guys have done their homework. So I encourage you guys again to come out because it's a lot of fun. So Ms. Pac-Man, Cocktail, Starfighter, Pleiades, Dig Dug. So yeah, console area. Pretty cool. Alright, so I think that's it. Let me just go ahead and film this here. And that's it. Zapcon. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button below so next time I do a live video you'll be notified. Thanks and take care.